Welcome officially to our big tree hunt ceremony. This contest was from 2023 to 2025, and we made it here. We're here to celebrate and recognize the trees we love. Some of these trees are in your guys' backyard. Some of you just have a heart for trees and love them and entered the tree because of that. It's great to see you all here. I'm the chair of the contest. My name is Lindsay Lights. Every single nomination that has come in by email, I've opened and replied to them. I've looked at the pictures of your trees 10 times. Who's ever in your picture with your tree, I've looked at your guys' faces, and I'm really happy you guys all made it. This is awesome, and your trees are special. And we all know that trees are special. We need trees. We need them to make us have better water quality. We need trees for oxygen. We need trees to give home to the wildlife. Trees actually give great economic benefits, and there's other great things about trees. They help our health in a lot of ways. But all of us here today, we don't actually need all of those facts to know how important trees are. All of us are here, we just know that in our heart, and we're tree people. So that's a special time when a bunch of tree people can get together, because trees keep our earth livable. So it's great you guys came. It's great you guys care for the trees. The importance of trees is also why our nonprofit organization, Relief Michigan, exists. We started back in 1988. A group of foresters and arborists in Michigan knew how important the trees were, so they got together and formed this organization. We planted, since then, 37,000 large trees in the ground, 1.5 to 2 inch in caliper, if that rings a bell for you. We planted that many large trees across the whole state. We've done that through over 700 partnerships with communities, cities, townships, counties. We work directly with elected officials where we plant trees to make sure these trees are going to be taken care of. That's what's really important to us, Relief Michigan, planting the right tree in the right place and doing it the right way. So also what we do is education. Through our tree plantings, we always start out with a demo, and then we also do tree presentations across the state, and libraries is where most of them are, but sometimes we do webinars too. We're about education and tree planting. We are truly a statewide organization. You can see on that map all those little tree dots, and that's not even everywhere we've planted. You can only fit so many tree icons there. We've planted up in the UP as recent as this fall. We plant through the whole state because Michigan is our home, and we know we need trees, and we need trees that are going to be able to grow their whole life. It's a shame when trees only get to grow even just 25 years because they might have been planted in the wrong space or the wrong species for that space. That's really important about our mission. We also have the big tree hunt, and thank you all for your contribution to that contest. It started back in 1993, and it started as a way to get people happy about trees, to get people excited about trees, to generally raise the awareness about trees and get people outside. We gotta keep getting outside. We gotta get close to our trees. We gotta have our hands on them. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but when you go up and measure that tree at 4.5 feet, that's right where you'd give it a great big hug. So this is a great contest to get outdoors, and that's why we started it. It also helps update the national and state champion trees. The champion trees are the biggest of their species. We're going to hear a little more about those champions as we go on, but the important part is that you guys all made it here today. You guys took the invitation to join the big tree hunt, and I talk about this contest a lot it's been going on since 2023, and there's a lot of people who tell me they're going to enter their trees, and they didn't. They didn't go out and measure it and take pictures and get in the entry form and submit it. You guys all did, and we really appreciate that you guys took that action and that you came here today to celebrate the trees. There were 500 nominations across the whole entire state. The most entries came from Kent County. I know we got one Kent County here today. Anybody else from Kent County? Got 1, 2. Yeah, I thought there was going to be 2. We were expecting 2. It's where those champions come in. But all of this couldn't happen. Our hard work, you guys wouldn't have a place to put the trees, a place to enter them, and you wouldn't be getting prizes if it wasn't for our amazing sponsors. And we're going to have Jenny come up and tell us about our sponsors. And thank you so much to our sponsors.
Great. All right. Hi, my name is Jenny Shockley, and I'm a lead project forester with Relief Michigan. First, I want to thank all of you for being here today. Like Lindsay has said, we received over 500 submissions. It's amazing that you all value big trees and the benefits that they provide. We are planting so many that our signs can't keep up with the number of trees we are planting, so apologies for that. Every time we print a sign, we go and plant 1,000 more trees. So that's kind of how that works. But yeah, while we're planting the little ones in the ground, we have our plantings go through November 1st. So if you want to get out and plant some little trees, we are planting through November 1st, but the big trees have a lot more benefits. So that's a thank you. And we're going to acknowledge Lindsay here because she has put in thousands of hours over the last 2 years. So thank you. I am going to thank our collaborators first. So these are our folks that are partnering with us. They also have a very vested interest in big trees and the benefits they provide. And that includes ISA Michigan chapter, the Department of Forestry at Michigan State University has an amazing program. If you're interested in a career in forestry, I encourage you to check them out. We got the Michigan DNR down here and our partners at Urban and Community Forestry Program. That's also part of the DNR and the United States Forest Service. And we've got the Michigan Botanical Society, which I'm also a member. They have some amazing forays, so check them out. If you aren't familiar with the Michigan Botanical Society, they're going to teach you all about herbaceous vegetation, whereas we are the woody vegetation for the trees, right? Over on this side, our platinum sponsors has really put the rubber to the road as far as helping to secure all of these great things. We are a nonprofit, so we've got Meyer Can't do it without Meyer. Honestly, go to Meyer probably at least once or twice a week myself, so big fan of Meyer. The Archangel Ancient Tree Archive, amazing program. So glad to have them as a sponsor. The Detroit Zoological Society, so glad to have them as a sponsor. The Consumers Energy Foundation, also amazing. So these guys are helping us to help you to get out there and understand the benefit of trees. And then I do have some words that I will read on their behalf because they are all busy folks from other places of the state that were not able to join today, but they wish they could be here. So on behalf of Meyer, I'm so proud to say that Meyer is proud to support the efforts that protect Michigan trees and enrich lives in the communities that they serve. They value the importance of the Relief Michigan mission, and they extend their best wishes to you all. On behalf of Consumers Energy, I'm proud to say that the Consumers Energy Foundation is also proud to support Relief Michigan's tree initiatives, helping communities grow stronger through sustainable tree care. You can learn more at consumersEnergy.com/foundation. All right. The Archangel Ancient Tree Archive, folks, their support comes from a deep commitment to preserving ancient tree genetics and championing Michigan's legacy of remarkable trees. Their work to grow and protect the world's largest trees reminds us why these living treasures matter. I don't know that you all need a reminder. I think you know why living trees matter, but in case you need a reminder, that's what they're for. And then from our good friends at the Detroit Zoological Society, David Dimitri, their Director of Conversation, says that the Detroit Zoological Society is grateful to Relief Michigan and all the participants of the Big Tree Hunt. Participatory science, which is what this is, efforts such as the Big Tree Hunt, inspire curiosity and encourage communities to get out into nature. And it's also at the heart of the Detroit Zoological Society's mission to create meaningful connections between people, animals, and the natural world so all can thrive. We are proud to support this effort and applaud each and every one of the participants who took part in the Big Tree Hunt. So one more round of applause for you all from our sponsors. All right.
And then before I walk away, I will just note that we have a table at the back. There are some cool goodies back there for you, stickers, temporary tattoos. We also have a t-shirt. If you'd like to be so generous and make a donation to our program, you can take home a t-shirt. We are a nonprofit, and we do depend on the support of folks like you to keep our program running. We are excited to maybe kick this competition off again for 2 more years, but a lot of that is directly related to our funding support. So if you had fun in this program and you'd like to see it continue, please consider a small donation. Any amount is helpful. Thank you. That's great. Jenny is our lead project forester, and she's back there to talk about tree plantings, to get you guys on our email list, to exchange a donation for that t-shirt. She's back there at that table, and she'll be there throughout the ceremony. So you guys can go visit. So the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to have our Michigan Champion Tree update. And I'm going to give you guys a little context here with that and a little background. The Michigan Champion trees are the very biggest of their species. A lot of you are winners by county here today. The champion list is by species: white oak, northern red oak, scarlet oak. I like oaks. And they're also judged by the height of the tree and the spread of the crown, the leaves. So that's where the champion program comes in, and we're going to award some of those towards the end of our ceremony. You'll see those at the very back of that summary. And we're going to have our partner, Ted Rochelle, come up and give us an update on the potential state champions from the last contest. So we're going to hear from him about which ones became champions, which ones didn't make the cut. Thank you, Ted. Let's welcome him.
Greetings, everyone. Good afternoon. Lindsay gave you the background on the Relief Michigan, the contest and the hunt. Yes, I represent the Michigan Botanical Society, and we're the ones who keep the Big Tree Register. So there's some similarities between the two organizations. We're both out to make people more aware of the value of trees, both in a forest setting and individual trees like your own. Biannual contest, which brings in new trees on a specific time period. And we score trees, as you mentioned, not just by the girth, but also the factor in the height and the crown spread. That gives a score, and that tells us where you're going to rate on the Michigan Big Tree Register. So we keep that official Michigan Big Tree Register. Each state has their own organization or agency that does that. In Michigan, it's the Michigan Botanical Society. So we receive nominations independently as well. Whenever somebody thinks they have a tree of interest, of challenge, of size. And we have 40 certifiers throughout the state to whom I refer these cases when they come in. Not all 40 of them at one time, but who's ever the closest. And they go out and make these measurements, report back to me, and we see where it ranks on the register. As she pointed out, only the top 10, more or less, make the register. It simply gets too big otherwise, because we have to re-examine them every 10 years to keep them on the register. So obviously, through this big tree hunt, big tree contest, many more nominations come in under this program. So we have an agreement with the Relief Michigan people that they will send to us those nominations from this program that may have potential to make new state champions. So those I again assign to the nearest certifier. They report back, and there are some additional qualifications. Some of the nominations fall off the list for that reason. But if they are qualifying and make that top 10, they will appear on this official Michigan Big Tree Register. So let's talk about what happened in the last two contests, what can potentially happen here. We received 21 referrals from you in 2019, and they included 2 new state champions. It was a river birch and a black willow. From the most recent contest, 2022, we received 18 referrals from this group, and they resulted in one of them ranking number 7 for their species, one ranked number 6, one ranked number 3, one ranked number 2, and 3 new state champions: shingle oak, bald cypress, sugar maple. So what will happen from this year's contest? Will your tree make it to the Big Tree Register? We'll see. Hope so.
Thank you very much, Ted, for making it out here and updating us on the champion trees that came in last. So we're going to get to the awards. We're going to start with the grand prize winners. We're going to start with the adult winner, the biggest tree entered in the state. And you guys mind helping me out with a little drum roll for this part? Here it is, everybody. This is a weeping willow. It is huge. We had some big trees in this contest, and this one took it. There was a lot that I thought were going to be it, but yep. This is a weeping willow in Shiawassee County, and to my knowledge, we don't have Kathy here today, so we will mail her her prize and her certificate. But next is going to be so fun, guys. It's going to be the youth winner, the youth child who entered the biggest tree in the state. And the tree is, there are 2 of them here, and they are siblings. So let's get a drum roll and let's see who it is. Woo! It's a sugar maple from Corey and Danny. Come on up here, guys. Come get your prize. Right up here. Come on, guys. I'm going to give you guys your prizes. This one's for you, Danny. Thank you. This one's for you, buddy. Honestly, that's precious, and that's a lot of why we do what we do. We got to get the kids out there taking care of the trees, and we don't know how the little seeds of a tree toy, those both have tree activities in those little toys. We don't know how that's going to come up later when they're in college and take a class and learn about trees and want to switch their major to it, like me. We don't know what's going to happen, so we're planting those seeds. Next, we have the winner of the biggest white pine. And this is very special because the eastern white pine is our state tree. So let's do another drum roll. Woohoo! This is a white pine from Antrim County, Mr. Michael Anger, and is going to come up right here and get his certificate and prize. Here's your certificate. Thank you. Our white pines are so important. And here's your prize. Thank you very much. Our white pines have a lot of special history in the state, and that's why they get a special acknowledgement here. We're next going to go through each county alphabetically, and you guys have the list in front of you to go along. So now we're going to go through the counties, and based on the check-in, we'll stop wherever I know that someone's here. We do the winners in every county because we like to recognize them all. We had entries from 77 out of the 83 counties, maybe 76, but a lot of counties, and we appreciate y'all. In Alcona County, we had a silver maple that was 214.8 inches. Alger County, this is a yellow birch. That's not a tree we get to see so often, but we have a yellow birch up there. Next, we had actually two winners in Alger County. We have a eastern hemlock. Look at that family. You guys, the instructions to visit this tree included trekking a ravine and crossing a down log. So this was a real hunt. Allegan County, we have a weeping willow. Lance, who entered this, has been entering it for a long time. He told me that he was here last time, and he said that when he first started coming to these, his daughter was young, and now she's in college, and they've been participating. So you all keep participating. In Antrim, we had a black walnut. This was Leslie Lee of the Lee family. Don't think they're here today. Next is Aranac County. We had a beautiful red oak. This one is in dedication of Peter and Josephine, the grandparents of this tree. And that family joined us today, and hopefully they'll come up and grab their certificate. Arborists and verifiers. So if you're a verifier for us, we also welcome you to participate. That's a big one too. Next, we have Jacob from Bay County with an Eastern Cottonwood. Thank you. And let's go ahead and give Jacob one more round of applause because actually he entered multiple trees. He entered lots, and he's a big tree hunter. Benzie County is next. It looks like we had a pretty sugar maple there. And it's not always a extreme mammoth tree that wins, so keep entering your trees even if you think they're special. There's also those champions. Some species won't get as big as some of these oaks, but they could still be a champion for their species. Okay, this sycamore, guys, this one is huge. It's right off a highway exit area too. It's out in Berrien County. Calhoun County, we do want to give a shout out to Adam Kraft. He also enters lots of trees, and this basswood is very big, especially for the species. In Cass County, we received a silver maple that won 216 inches. Charlevoix County, another sugar maple. Looks like a fun one. Sheboygan County, we had a white cedar. Chippewa County, this is up in the UP, a white cedar again. Thank you guys for entering those trees. Our next county is Clare County, and we got another oak that's here. This is a red oak with Christine. Here's your certificate. Thank you so much for coming. We'll get take a picture. Clinton County and American Beach. We really have to treasure our beech trees. There's beech bark disease, and we just want to treasure them. Crawford County. This is another eastern white pine. This one was 176, so not quite up there with that 192 champion one, or grand prize one. But our white pines are important, and we appreciate them being entered. Here's another one from Delta County. Staying in the UP, we have Dickinson County with a weeping willow. Eaton County, we had a silver maple. Gotta love the puppers. A black walnut. Look at the branches on that one. That's a beautiful tree. Thank you for entering it. Genesee County, where I live, we had a oak tree. This one is on a farm. It's a bur oak tree. So shout out and thanks to all those farm trees. We love getting those through our contest. Next, we're going to go to Gladwin County, where we had a northern red oak win the competition, the county, at 200 inches in circumference. This was entered by Austin. So I think he's here today. Austin also entered multiple trees, so who knows how many he's going to grow up and what impact he might have on the tree world. Next, way up there in the Gogebic Wilderness was another yellow birch entered by Ian. He actually has already won 3 categories. He found some big trees as well. He's awesome. You guys are all awesome. Next up, we're going to go to Grand Traverse County. We had a sugar maple take the win. Sugar maples. Welcome, Douglas. Thank you. Next, we have a maple in Gratiot County. This one came in at 197. And you'll see on, this is one of the ones on your sheet, this verification is actually still pending. So you guys had your visits from your verifiers, and there's about 3 trees that we're still looking to verify. Next up, we're gonna go to Hillsdale County. You guys, this is an eastern cottonwood. It's a great picture, and this was Nicole. So let's see Nicole. Here comes another weeping willow from Houghton County. Very nice. Next, we're going to go into Huron County. David and Marilyn. David and Marilyn entered a weeping willow and up in Huron County. So come on up. Move on to Ingham County, where we have another eastern cottonwood, and this is a budding tree finder as well. They entered one even after the contest was over, so hopefully we get to open it back up. Another eastern cottonwood came from Ionia County. Beautiful. Thank you all for entering your trees. Up in Iosco County, we had another northern red oak. Iosco County also came in with 2 winners. The next one is an eastern cottonwood. It's a big one. Those eastern cottonwoods, they like a lot of sun. They grow in an area that isn't already forested, and they grow quickly. So eastern cottonwoods tend to take some of the categories here. You'll start noticing which ones are the winners. Next is Iron County with a white ash. That is not that common of a tree. So thank you so much to Lori. We love your tree, and we love that you entered it.
Your best tree smile.
Thank you very much. Next, Isabella County. And there's a couple of the ones like this, but this is one that when I opened it, I thought this one might be a winner. Check it out, guys. Eastern Cottonwood. This is an awesome tree, and we cannot thank you enough for entering it, Adam. You're awesome. We had some big ones this year, and it was exciting. I'm just excited I finally get to share it with y'all. I've been holding these results in to myself. Next, we have another red oak from Jackson County, and this one is very big. I think personally that this picture is a little deceiving. It is a huge, huge tree. It's a big one. In Kalamazoo, we had a bur oak. Selfie trees always make me happy too. Thank you so much for entering that one. How about another eastern white pine from Kalkaska County? Next, we're up in Kent County. Gotta shout them out for the most entries, and they won by a lot. So we have an eastern cottonwood from Andy. Andy, come on up.
There, that's who's in the picture. That makes sense.
I should have just looked up by myself to figure it out.
How much fun is that? Next, we're back up in the tippy top of the UP. We had two brothers enter a tree, Sam and Calvin, and they're awesome too. Thank you for your white cedar. Next, we're going to be in Lapeer County again. They won the biggest one in the whole county for the youth. They won the biggest one in the state of the youth, and they also won for their county, guys. It's Corey and Danny. Here we go. It's great. How about another eastern cottonwood from Leelanau County? This one is huge too, guys. This one was almost one of the grand prize winners. Just didn't make it, but we love that tree, and we love Greg and Heather for entering it. We're going to go with another eastern cottonwood from Lenawee County. This one is Douglas. Thank you, Douglas, for entering your tree. And we're going to do Livingston County next. We have a large eastern cottonwood again, and this one is from Kyle. Kyle, thank you for entering your tree. We appreciate it. Here we are up in Mackinac County. This was in Aspen. We had a family enter this one, another little one. That's always the best. Next, we are going to go to Marquette, Manistee County, a black cherry. Black cherry trees are cool. There's this little saying, they have burnt potato chip bark. And you can take that as you will, but as you start looking in the forest, if you get to enjoy the 19 miles of trails here at Chippewa Nature Center, black cherry has bark that curls on the sides, and it's really dark and looks like burnt potato chips. Next, we're up in Marquette County. We have Jim Chandler and friends. Thank you for entering your big tree. How about another oak? This one's from Mason County. Thank you for entering it. An eastern cottonwood from Mecosta County.
No, you're one ahead of yourself. We just saw Costa disappear on the screen.
Mecosta. Oh, thank you, everybody. There's that eastern cottonwood. It's a pretty big one. Now we'll head over to Menominee County. That one's pretty big too, especially up in the UP. I believe this one had some stories with it about being spared. Up there, the red oaks, if I'm remembering correctly, they don't grow as natural up there. A lot of them had been planted. So this one being there, it's cool. And it's interesting how its circumference isn't as large as some of those hugest ones we've seen, but it's also a notable tree based on where it is. It always ties back to the right tree in the right place. Midland County, where we are today, a Scotch pine, the only Scotch pine in the contest. So we're grateful for that entry. Next, we're going to be in Missaukee County with a silver maple. This one came from Dwayne, and we really appreciate that. Thank you, Dwayne. Hi. Here's Mr. Adam Kraft with another entry, a big cottonwood. Very large. I love those cottonwoods. Next, we're going to go to Montcalm County for Miss Naomi. She entered another eastern cottonwood, and she had to leave. She was not feeling good, but we send her our regards and thank her for coming today. Next, we're going to be in Muskegon County, and guys, this one is a weeping willow from Mr. Josh. Let's see. In Newaygo County, we had a red maple. It's a species that shows up, but it doesn't always become the hugest. We're grateful to see some of those big ones. We're down in Oakland County. We get quite a bit of nominations there. We had a silver maple. Yeah, that is very huge for a silver maple. Next is Oceana County, another even bigger silver maple. Ogama County, we had a shellbark hickory, another tree that is very unique for its size, doesn't get too huge, but this one did. Thank you. This one is from Anthony. Hello. Thank you for answering your tree. Next, we're going to head over to Osceola County, where we had a winning Eastern Cottonwood from Mrs. Berry. Thank you. Hi. Next, we have another Eastern White Pine in Oscoda County. We love those white pines. So that'll take us past Oscoda County and into Ottawa County. We had a red, wrong way. A red oak came from Ottawa County. Next, we're going to look at Presque Isle County. We had a red maple entered by Sandy, and we're very happy for that. Thank you, Sandy, for entering your tree and coming today.
Hello, hi, I'm Pam. I know them join.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So this is a good time to mention the press release. That will be starting to be worked on at the beginning of next week. With each of your entries, we asked for a local paper, and we will use that local paper to send out the press release. As long as we have your email, you will also be included on that press release. So that will be coming after this. Here we go, Roscommon County with a beautiful eastern white pine. This family had multiple white pines by each other, and they were all really close in size, so they were probably sister trees. Next, we are going to have Saginaw County, guys, and this one is huge. It's a red oak from both Kent and Charlene. Thank you guys very much for being here. And how about a little extra thank you to Charlene for volunteering today and helping us with getting everything ready and checking us in. We also had, thank you. My Aunt Gina was also here helping check in, so she was the smiley one with the cute mushroom earrings. And we're thankful for everyone who helped put this together. Thank you. Next, we're gonna head to Sanilac County. We have a weeping willow out there. That one's pretty big, but it wasn't as big as this one, 100 inches bigger. This person also won for their county, so congratulations to Kathy, thank you. But next, we're gonna be in St. Clair County. We're gonna say thank you to Gregory for his northern red oak. He also entered awesome trees, and they always had awesome pictures. We love your entries. St. Joseph County is next. We had a decent sized red oak, awesome red oak there. And next we're out in Tuscola County. I love it out there. And we had a weeping willow entered by Miss Lynette. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next is Mr. Mecklenburg, and he's not here today, but once you guys see this tree, you guys will understand how long we tried to track him down to find this tree and get it measured. It's a big one, and it took a few emails and phone calls. I think something was going on, but we were able to get this one verified, and we're very grateful for this entry. We're down in Washtenaw County. This is a bur oak from Bennett. Thank you for your entry. Here is Wayne County, a huge American elm, everybody. This one is very large. And we have a treat because one of our verifiers who verified this tree is here. It's Jenny. And all of those verifiers did that as a volunteer role. Thank you very much. One more county on the list, it's Wexford County. We had a sugar maple. We love our sugar maples and we love our maple syrup. So we're about to go through our list of the potential state champions. As you recall, these ones are potential. They still have to be visited by Ted and his team of verifiers. They will be measured by their circumference, which you guys already did, and then also their height and crown spread. So some of you who won in your county might be a potential state champion too. So you'd be called back up and you'll get your certificate. Okay, that's just it. And while I'm getting these certificates set up, how about a hand to our Midland County Conservation District? They are a supporter. The executive director of the Conservation District is Karen Thurlow, and she loves her district and the barn, if you guys are familiar with this area. And she's also doing our recording right there. All the conservation districts are great partners, and we're really grateful to have this recorded and broadcasted for people who couldn't be here or for us to look back on later and share. So next we're going to go into our potential state champions. First is that big basswood that we talked about. That one is a potential champion. There's that white cedar from Ian, multiple trees, multiple awards. Eaton County, silver maple, we were looking at how big that one is, and it is large. The yellow birch in Gogebic County. The shellbark hickory in Ingham County. That one was from Aaron and Marie. Iron County, we had a paper birch from Lee. And our paper birches, that's big for a paper birch. It's one of those species that doesn't necessarily get that huge, but this one at 97, 100 is even a potential state champion. Next, guys, I don't know how surprised you'll be, but we have this huge eastern cottonwood from Adam. So we have another certificate for you. Jackson County, a red oak. Looks like we're gonna have some oaks competing for champions because there's gonna be a couple. Kent County is next, a black cherry from Michael. Thank you. That is a great tree. Thank you very much for entering it. Is this one at your property or is it?
Yeah, it's right on the edge of our property.
Cool.
Share with a neighbor there, he couldn't make it today.
Aw, that's great. It's always. It's always great to find there's a lot of different places where you guys find these trees. Next, we're back to Lapeer County with this sugar maple. We have Corey and Danny again. What a special tree you guys have. Well, congratulations. Did you know your tree was so special?
It is a big tree.
Leelanau County had that giant eastern cottonwood we looked at. But we're going to move on to Macomb. This was a scarlet oak, and scarlet oak is, again, didn't get as big as some of those 200, 300-inch oaks, but it's still special for its species. We're back in Newaygo County with that red maple. It's awesome. Oceana County, we had that silver maple, another big one, potential champion. And we're back in Saginaw County with another very large oak from Charlene and Kent. Potential state champion. And last on our list, but definitely not least based on the number of awards, is Jacob again with another Black Cherry. Well, with that, everybody, congratulations for making it here, entering your tree. Thank you all very much. The summary of winners in this presentation will be posted to our bigtreehunt.com website. We appreciate that. The broadcast information will be sent out. And if you noticed any typos in your name, we will be getting those certificates reprinted and mail them back out for you. So just let us know. We'll update the materials. Thank you guys for coming, and don't forget to consider a donation to this program to help it keep going. We really appreciate that you guys all came, and if you have any questions, you can come up and I'll be right here. Thank you all very much.